All right, so I reviewed the notes and the documents from yesterday's hearing in the case of the City of Oakland versus the Oakland Raiders in the NFL, and I have to tell you, the case is about to be dismissed. And in this blogger's opinion, it will be dismissed because Judge Joseph Spero, the Magistrate Judge for the Northern California court in San Francisco, is basically just plain prejudiced against the case, prejudiced against the City of Oakland's argument, and very well may be prejudiced against the City of Oakland's actions in attempting to recover some level of damages from the relocation of the Raiders to Las Vegas. Judge Spero consistently refers to the case in incorrect terms, and it's as if he really doesn't know it. It's like he leaned on his law clerks to do the research for him, and he just sort of walked in and sort of winged it. For example, he says, and consistently refers to the relocation fee as a barrier. The relocation fee is not a barrier to entry for any city that would want to have an NFL team at all. The real barrier to entry, as you and I both know, are public subsidies and basically the cost to build a stadium for many cities, because the NFL prizes public subsidies, not just because they just want the money, but because of the simple, pragmatic fact that NFL football teams are so expensive they need that kind of cash liquidity. That's why. So Spero didn't get that he had the relocation fee, which was something spread to the owners, but you can only get that by paying the public subsidy. And in the case of Las Vegas, the $750 million was something that the City of Oakland was encouraged to match. Everyone, the real issue here is that everyone and their mother knows that the City of Oakland was being asked to do something that it didn't want to do in terms of spending a ton of public money. Point though, it did have a plan to spend some, roughly $400 million, but I digress. However, back to the point. The point of the matter is that Spero didn't understand the details of the case, even to wade into it to the depth that I just did. He didn't care. Just plain didn't care. And not only that, this really should have been a breach of contract lawsuit and not an antitrust lawsuit. Everyone and their mother knows that the Oakland Raiders pulled a fast one on the City of Oakland. And Mark Davis was caught a number of times on this channel misleading the City of Oakland and fans, and it's out there and people question about it on the video. So no one can say, oh, you made this up. Don't even go there at all. Okay? Now, the basic happening next is we've got to hope and pray that the matter of jurisdiction doesn't work against us so that we can't next go to state court with respect to filing a lawsuit there. That's the next step. The Raiders are to file a brief that discusses what diversity means, and that's due on the 24th. After that, I expect the judge to lay down his really ridiculous ruling. Now, something else too. The Raiders and the NFL really put themselves in a quandary. They should have simply focused on building a stadium in Oakland, not any other place. Jerry Jones thought Vegas would work out better. But where they are right now is this close to financial ruin. COVID-19 is wrecking Las Vegas, and it will wreck the Raiders' finances absent a federal bailout. That is a fact. Had they stayed in Oakland, they could have gotten $2 billion in sponsorships from companies like Facebook, Google, and Apple. Do you realize that those three tech companies combined are worth $2 trillion? Now, the people and companies that are sponsoring the Raiders in Las Vegas are themselves hanging on and teetering by threads. And they're trying to get federal bailouts, as many of you know. It wasn't the way to go. Not at all. But back to the main point. Judge Spero didn't really dig into this. He didn't care. He was prejudiced against it, in my opinion. And heck, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised to see him at a Raiders game in Las Vegas, by the way. Hey, stranger things have happened. Subscribe to Zenny62 on YouTube and bookmark oaklandnewsnow.com.